Attention business owners, are you ready to turn your purpose into powerful publicity? Tune into the Business Block, Purpose to Business with Stacey Thomas every Monday at 6:30 a.m. on Cool 101.2 Pop. We spotlight entrepreneurs, change makers, and passionate business owners just like you. When you advertise, you're not just on the radio. You're featured across social media too, amplifying your brand far beyond the airwaves. Call 804-214-6241 or visit IamStaceyThomas.com to book your spot. Cool 101.2, where your passion becomes your platform.
Hey, everybody. This is I Am Stacey Thomas. I am your host, and today we are talking to a business owner in the city of Petersburg, and I am really excited. And I know you guys say Stacey's always excited. No, I'm excited when I run across great people, and I'd like to welcome Reina Fusion business owner in Petersburg, Virginia. I'm going to say Gigi. Welcome, Gigi.
Thank you for having me.
Sweetheart, I got to say thank you for willing to come on. You know what? I was telling Lover the other day, I said, I'll be interviewing Gigi, the lady we met at the new restaurant. I said, and it's something because I've talked to her on the phone, and then after meeting her in person, you know, you give good spirit vibes over the phone and inside your restaurant. So thank you, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. La Reina Fusion, when I first heard about it, well, I saw it on Facebook and I said, wow. I saw Mexican and Indian. That caught my attention. I said, what kind of restaurant is this? And then because of my ignorance, I had to go back to work. And I guess I'm the only one in the world that doesn't know what a fusion restaurant is. Let's start with, where did this vision come from? What makes, if it's okay, well, obviously we can see you. What makes an Indian woman here in the United States open up a Mexican Indian restaurant?
So, my parents are from India. I was born in Fairfax, Virginia, raised in Chester. I had my ex-husband, he's Mexican.
Okay.
He ended up, I met him very early on. And so I picked up a lot of his culture and, you know, whatnot. And when we had opened the restaurant, I had learned a lot from him, my first one.
Okay.
And then coming on now, my second restaurant, when I first got the building in Petersburg, I was actually going to bring fully Mexican food. And then my landlord, Bobby, just sat down with me one day and he's like, you know what? He's like, I heard you're Indian. I said, yeah, I am. He's like, well, why don't you bring in some Indian food? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Yeah. But then I was like, you know what if we do a fusion, something different no one has done?
Wow.
And I just was sitting at home one day and I made the menu and I added in some touches of Indian and Mexican. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people that come in here and they're asking. The one popular item is butter chicken.
Butter chicken. Is that an Indian dish?
Yes, it is. It's a completely Indian dish. And I actually do make it. It's not on the menu. So what I'll do is if like they come and they're like, do you have butter chicken? I'll just make it for them.
Wow. Well, and I have to ask you, Gigi, what made you, I know we have quite a few businesses coming to the Petersburg area. But with your restaurant being different and the fact that you have added the Indian dishes, what made you choose Petersburg?
So I actually wanted to come to Petersburg a long time ago, and this was actually during COVID.
Okay.
And that was actually the time period when I wanted to open up my first restaurant. So Petersburg was actually my first go-to. When I was younger, I actually used to go around Petersburg all the time. I was in and out.
Okay.
So, but then, you know, with COVID happening and everything, and then things like actually being vacant, some of them not, and then there were landlords that wanted to give it out and some of them not. So it didn't work out for me, but it was for the best because, like I said, then I got that Chester location. So
wow. Well, while you're on here, and I've actually said this to people, but I'd like to just let you all know I have been to the restaurant. Okay. So there was one day I went and I pay attention to a lot of things. So when I went to the restaurant, I have to admit, I left thinking, she's really added something to the city of Petersburg. She's put a restaurant in the city of Petersburg, nothing against any of the others, but a restaurant that when Lover and I go to Colonial Heights or Chester, we see nice Mexican restaurants. Yes, I look at the bar. Yes, I look at everything else around. And so I'm walking into your restaurant. And first thing, there's a young man who's very nice who greets me. And then I walk up to the bar. I'm not paying attention to the man at the bar. I'm looking at, she's got Top Chef alcohol up there. This is going to be good. But then the bartender is friendly also. So I come back with Lover to sit down for a meal, Gigi. Same thing. The bartender's nice. The young man is nice. I'm a very picky eater. And there's some Mexican food I can eat, and I'm willing to try Indian food. But the salmon caught my eye. I love salmon. Gigi, I've never had the salmon with spinach and mushrooms and that sauce. It was absolutely delicious. I love mushrooms. It was spinach. I love spinach. That combination was good. The beans that I got on the side, they weren't dry. Some people give you dry beans. The salad that I had was good. And I'm not saying it because you're on my show. I really enjoyed it. And then let's get to Lover. Stacy, be quick. I should have took a video. He's a Texas man, but he got country on me. He gets this bowl, steak, chicken, shrimp, peppers, and onions. And he's in awe. He says, excuse my language. Some people think you're going here, but I'm just going to say, he says she seasoned the hell out of this steak. The seasoning was so good. Lover knows better. He got to show his butt. When we're almost done, he picks the bowl up and drinks the sauce.
Oh, no.
I'm like, did you really just do that?
I did not know that. Yeah, he got that mocajete loco, the one that stone,
but
right?
I have to say the most impressive thing was, girl, you had me thinking, she big time chef. You walked around, you came out several times to speak to the new customers. Do you always do that?
I do. I actually learned that in my first business. You don't get that a lot.
No.
They'll have managers handling them and the waiters just come out and check on you. With my businesses, and I've had others too, and I just, but this is my second location in a manner of saying, only mine. I learned when the owner goes out and, greets the customers, you're not just building that customer relationship you're actually building families. And I actually have a lot of people that have become part of not just customers or loyal. No, it's more like family, to where we can invite each other on birthdays. So wow. I've built that relationship with my people.
Yeah, that was very impressive, because the only time I've seen like the chef come out is like when I'm looking at cooking shows or something on television. So that was really nice to know that you care about people, because I actually heard you. I wasn't sitting there eavesdropping, but someone walked in and I heard your greeting. They had a baby and I'm like, oh, wow. It's not just me, but this lady has a good spirit. You're going to do great in Petersburg. You are. What is your favorite dish, or what is the main dish that for newcomers that you would like for them to try?
I think for me, non-loco is highly popular. It's been very popular since we opened up. It's a non-bread, and it's going to be topped with either chicken or steak with veggies, and then our tikka masala sauce, and then queso and cilantro. And then the other, I think, the tacos are very popular. But if I would say the fusion, like the Indian fusion, then I would say the seafood curry and the non-local have been very, very popular.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Uh I'm coming back probably like I do with most restaurants. I get the same thing, but I'm coming back for the salmon. I am looking ahead. Okay, you're on your second restaurant. You've opened it in Petersburg, Virginia. Looking ahead, what are you hoping that this does for the community?
I think number one, I'm very big on community. I think even in Chester, everyone knows me on that. I support my local businesses. Even though I have my own, I'm out dining out every day at restaurants, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I eat, okay. Um, I think my biggest thing would be, of course, for Petersburg to grow and in a version that we all want. Um, so if me coming in there adds even 1% of that help, I think I would love to be a part of that.
Wow. Well, you're going to be a part of bringing people in. I can see that now because even for those that are out in the rural areas outside of Petersburg, it's very convenient to stop in Petersburg if you've seen La Reina on Facebook to try that before driving to Chesterfield or to Richmond when you can get good food right there. Petersburg, and once again, I'm not going to act like there are no other good restaurants. I'm simply saying that I have found a great restaurant, a new restaurant. Now, for those who want to follow you, are they following the rest? Are they following you on social media or should they follow your restaurant? How do they keep up with it?
Either way is fine. Usually when I post, if I post anything, right now I've been a little slow on posting. I need to get on back on that, right? But if I post anything, it'll be on my main page. It'll be on Lorena Mexican Grill, which is my first restaurant. It'll be on Lorena Fusion. It'll be posted everywhere. So they can actually follow me on either one of those pages. I know a lot of people have started putting videos on TikTok. Um, I don't have a Lorena Fusion page for TikTok yet, which I think I'm going to go ahead and make one because there are many people just making videos and posts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll definitely, but Facebook, yeah, I've already done that. It's up there, and I think we already have about. So we opened up in January. I think I made the page in February. I think we already have like 490 some followers so far.
Word is getting around, and something I've learned, Gigi. Listen, you didn't come on here for a class, but just because people aren't, if you have 400 people following you, everybody won't click the follow button.
Yes.
But people will visit your page. So you probably have double that or more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If and my last question for you, Gigi, is because I can say all day long how you should go over to Lorena's restaurant. You know, it has this and it has that. If you were out and about and someone said to you, "What's so special about Lorena's Fusion?" What would you say?
I think the number one thing, it's a family restaurant.
Okay.
It's very family orientated. I think I keep it like that. Even my first one is like that. Um, it's not just about business. It's more so of me making relationships. I'll give you an example. I had a couple um customers that have started with me, and now I think we're getting to the point where we're getting comfortable, we're becoming friends and everything. And then they she was out there having fun, and I said I had to go do something. I said, you know what, girl, just come back, when you pay next time, you can pay next time. She said, no, 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 I got you. I said, it's okay, I know you're gonna come back, it's no worries. And then she looked at me, she's like, no, but we want you to get your money. I said, yeah, but I'm making a relationship with you.
Oh,
And
wow.
either way,
Wow.
you're gonna come back to pay me. If you don't, it's always gonna stay with you. But
Wow.
my part is, okay, if you don't pay me today, I know you're gonna come back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next week to pay me.
Wow.
Had scenarios like this. And for me, it's like, okay, that person's always gonna remember either way.
Right. And when you bless others, God sees all,
Yeah.
and when people don't do you right, God sees all. So I guess I should say too, you also have opened the patio up?
We have, yes. The
Okay.
patio open, and yesterday actually Bobby was he's making a fence for us between
Okay.
restaurant and our restaurant patios, so we can have our private space. We're gonna have the fountain running soon. I'm gonna put some fishies in there just so for
Well, you have the sharks inside.
I do. I love fishies. So I'm all about, I love anything nature life and whatnot. So we're gonna have that fountain running soon, but the seating is already out there. Everything has been put out. We're just making some simple touches. I'm just waiting on the weather to get, to normal.
Okay. Well, it's been great, sweetheart. And if you would, for me, would you please let us know where the restaurant is located and the hours?
Yes, so the restaurant is located on 309 North Sycamore Street, Petersburg, Virginia. And the hours Monday and Tuesday are from 5 to 9. And then Wednesday, Thursday, it's from 11 to 10. Friday, Saturday, from 11 to 10:30. And then Sunday, it's from 11 to 9. Those hours will change in the summer. Like we might open up a little later on Fridays and nights, but that come, later down the road.
Okay. And so and you're going to say Stacy's back on that bar again, I am not a lush. So when someone comes in and they want to go out and eat on the patio, I'm only asking because people have different rules. Am I allowed to take my drink with me and have a meal?
Yes, you are, because it is part of the building. And we do have gates back there. So as long as past that gate with that alcohol, you're good. As long as you stay within our area, even the patio. I know a lot of people know there's a little step and then there's a little area, and a lot of people think it's not ours because it's right next to the people that live in that house.
Okay.
Ours as well. So I have put seating out there, and actually we had some people that came out and sat on that side because I put some sofas down there. So
okay. Well, Gigi, it's been nice, and I remind people that you are in Petersburg, Virginia, and they can follow La Reina's Fusion page on Facebook. She's not on TikTok yet, right, Gigi?
Yes, you're right.
Take care, beautiful, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Bye-bye. Okay, another great interview. Thank you for watching, and thank you to those who will be listening on Cool 101.2 Pop out of Richmond. Listen, please check out La Reina's Fusion Restaurant. It is in Petersburg, Virginia, and you can follow them on their page. As always, don't stress too much about yesterday or worry too much about tomorrow, because if we do, we just might miss living today. I am your host. I am Stacey Thomas. Have a great one.